Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 6th grade concept of converting units. This is standard 6.4H in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 2 of the 2023 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a jar containing 75 grams of a spice, and we need to convert this spice into milligrams. All right, so there are two different ways to solve this. I'll show you a nice visual representation, then we'll go into our reference materials. Right, so the nice thing about the metric system, right, we know it's a metric system because we're using grams and milligrams as our unit, that is the unit of mass, right, is that we could think of it as a place value chart, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'll just kind of, put some boundaries up here. And we're going to call this our ones place, right? So that's going to be our base unit. So in this case, we've got our grams. And so we've got 75 grams, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of build that here, right? And then there we go. We've got 75 grams. Now, outside of your big base unit, the ones place right here, right? And what we're going to do is we're just going to put the prefixes here. Okay, so this would be DA for decagrams, but we don't really need that because what we're trying to get to is we're trying to get to milligrams. We need to know where milligrams are. Well, milli means thousandth or 1 over 1,000. So we need to go over 1, 2, 3 different spots here, right? And so what happens when we move over those 3 spots? Well, first off, we're going to get, and I'm going to put a decimal there so we can get into our decimals, okay? So these are the tenths right here, and these are the decigrams, okay? So the prefix is just D, right? So it'd be DG. And then we've got our hundredths, and these are going to be your centa, like centimeters is what we're used to measuring with, but in this case it'd be centigrams, right? So we can go ahead and spell these out if that'd be helpful. C, D, right? Then we get to what we need, thousandths. So our thousandths is going to be our milligrams. And so that's what we're looking for right there. So how do we convert 75 grams into milligrams? Well, when we put it on a place value chart like this, we realize that each prefix is a power of 10, just like our base 10 number system. All we need to do here is let's just move our decimal to where it needs to be. So the decimal is after the 5 in 75, because there is no decimal in 75, so we always put it after the ones place. Now, we need to move the decimal to where it is in the correct place. We need to move it to the thousandths place, because that's where the milli prefix is. So I'm going to move it over 1, 2, 3. And so now my decimal's over there. I've got 3 blank spots. And what can we always put in blank spots? We can always put zeros. So that 75 grams turns into 75,000 milligrams. Now, another way to do this would be we actually do have this conversion here, right? So we don't have, let's see, weight and mass. There we go. Right down there, we get 75 grams equals 1,000 milligrams. It's right there at the very bottom. So 1 gram, we get the 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams, right? So I've got 1g equals 1,000 mg. So if I've got 75g, well, then I'm just going to multiply that by, right, 75. And then you're going to get your 75,000 milligrams. So you could do it either way with this basic unit conversion. You could do it by drawing a place value chart. But either way, 75 grams of spice turns into 75,000 milligrams. Our answer is A.